West Brom got a point from Tottenham at Anfield. Who would have thought? Crazy, crazy stuff. Especially because Liverpool had an early goal. Mane scored a goal like in the 17th minute. 1-0 lead by Liverpool at home. They just beat Crystal Palace 7-0 last weekend. Everyone's thinking easy game for Liverpool. West Brom's in relegation zone. They're gonna trounce them. They're gonna score 3, 4, 5 goals on them, easy peasy. But no, to West Brom's credit, they hung in there. They put 10 people behind the ball. They hunkered down. If anything, they were gonna take the 1-0 loss, but they were able to create enough chances to get the 1-1 tie. They had another chance to tie it when it was 1-0, but Allison had a good one-on-one save, and then they were able to get the 1-1 tie off a corner kick. Thoroughly deserved by West Brom. Liverpool, I think they looked a little lackadaisical. I think after coming from a big high, a big win of winning 7-0, playing West Brom, who's like 19th in the table, I think they might have came into this game a little too high on themselves. They were probably feeling themselves. They probably thought all they had to do was show up and it was going to come naturally to them at home versus West Brom. I think it's natural to have a letdown, but if they would have won, they would have gone, 5 points clear of the table. Everton would have been 6 points clear. If they would have won, they would have been 6 points clear of Everton in second place in a season where everyone's dropping points. Everyone dropped points this week, except Everton, but United dropped points, Chelsea dropped points, Tottenham dropped points. It was going to be good for Liverpool to take this advantage. Matip got hurt, so I think it was a very important game for Liverpool against the opponent that they played to build that gap against number 2, to keep building their lead on City, on United, and they dropped the ball. But I do want to respect for West Brom. Sam did a masterclass. Their new head coach, Sam Allardyce. He's never been relegated. He got brought in, I believe, last week. So great showing with West Brom. They played a 6-4 basically. They put 6 center backs, not 6 center backs, but 6 in the back line, 4 in the line in front of them, 4 in the midfield, and they had no one up there. They were just hunkering down. Klopp, after the game, he was kind of complaining to the press, saying that it's hard to create chances when they play a 6-4, when they have 10 people behind the line. But he should have seen this coming. What is West Brom going to do to get a result at Anfield playing Liverpool? Like, there's not a lot of things that squad could do with those players, with their spending. Like, if they want to have any chance against Liverpool, that's what they got to do. Sam set up his team perfectly. Sam masterclass. Sam has never been relegated. He's coached a lot of teams throughout the Premier League. He's a well-known coach. But now he gets brought in to save West Brom from relegation, and he gets his point at Liverpool, which is crazy. The first points that Liverpool has dropped all season at Anfield. So is West Brom is he gonna do enough to save West Brom? He might. Like I said, he's never been relegated, so his track record's there. And getting a tie at Liverpool is definitely gonna build momentum. It's gonna have the team believing in him. They're 5 points away from safety, so I'm kind of rooting for West Brom to stay. I like their storyline, but who's gonna drop down? Burnley or Sheffield looks like they're kind of guaranteed at this point. Brighton maybe, I don't know, but it's gonna be an exciting. Fulham's there. It's gonna be exciting to see how it plays out. I do want to see if Sam has it in him to save another team from the Premier League, from getting relegated. I think he might do it. Sam Allardyce. I like what I saw. He doesn't care what people think of his tactics. He just gets it done. So I'm excited to see how West Brom plays. And for Liverpool, like I said, they just look like it was just an off day. And props to West Brom for just getting their tactics right and not giving anything to Liverpool. And as far as Liverpool, I think they're still the class of the Premier League. They have the best players. They have the best coach. Klopp does kind of lose his demeanor on the sideline sometimes. I think he needs to chill out a little bit. He got a yellow card. Like Mourinho did say it a couple of weeks ago that if he does what Klopp does on the sideline, he'll get like a red card, or he wouldn't be allowed to do that. I think he'll definitely get to more of a backlash than Klopp. Klopp kind of gets a pass. Not a lot of people talk about what he does on the sidelines, but he does have shouting like moments where he just goes off on revs. And for the most part, they just let him be. He got a yellow card this time, but I think he needs to calm down a little bit. He was just frustrated. West Brom set up super tight in the back. There was no holes. His team wasn't creating chances, so I get where he was coming from, but he just needs to chill out a little bit on the sideline, in my opinion. And yeah, they're 3 points ahead of Everton. Liverpool is still top of the Premier League. I do expect them to see it out all the way to the end of the season. I still believe they're the class of the Premier League. I just see them I don't see a team that's playing as good as them. Even if they struggled against West Brom, it's just a tough game playing against so many people in the back. But they have Newcastle next, and I think Liverpool bounce back and they take care of Newcastle. But just shout out to West Brom for getting a point in Anfield. That was one of the surprises of the week.